So what I talk about. Anyway, so here we are again wondering what you can do with a S22 Ultra with so much zoom. Why you want a phone with so much zoom? And guess what? I figure it out, people. When GPS take your meter from half of your yard and you need to read it, okay, then put it up on the light post, you need to buy an expensive phone pan it like this. Watch this now. So as you can see, there is a meter up there, so on the light post. We're zooming in to see if we can actually see the reading on it. Like we zoom a little bit more, and yeah, you can.
When GPS take my meter and put it all the way up there, so for brother.
Probably the thief light.
When thief what? So what? I have to climb the light post to see if them are rob
But
me.
if you want to see clearly though, we can actually take a picture and you can see everything clearly. So yeah, get yourself a phone like this and you can read your meter from any distance.
Yo, you're f***ing lucky right now, man. Lad of me I look for.
Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of Technicational. My name is Peyton Wilmot, and today we have in front of us the phone that you have been waiting for, the mother phone, the phone of all phones, the Note replacement, the phone with 100 times zoom, the phone with a LED, LCD, fridge, kitchen sink, bathroom.
Stop it, please. Stop it.
Where you do that for?
Just do the phone, brother.
Alright, we have the S22 Ultra in front of us, okay? This is the most anticipated phone for the whole entire year because the S21 was phone of the year for a lot of big reviewers. So, what does the S22 has to offer? So that's what we're going to actually figure out right now and go right into the review. So here we have the box, and me and Dave actually had debate about this, and do I really need to go into this because we know what we're getting in these boxes now from Samsung. It is sad to say I have not seen a charger in these boxes anymore. Do you want me to continue to open it though? Alright, let's continue. So this is what you get in the box. Since you want to know, you get booklets and a USB Type-C cable. It is black. It's a cable. It's black cable and a SIM ejection tool. Okay, there you have it. Anyhow, let's talk about the very interesting part now, and that's the phone, since we are done with the sad part, which is the box. I really don't like not having chargers. But anyhow, the good part. So the phone, the S22 Ultra. Ooh, the spec sheet on this thing. Wow. So first off, you have a 6.8-inch display at the front that is protected by Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. You have the return of the S Pen, which is in the phone. So technically we call this a Note, not a Galaxy S, but the Galaxy S is the new Note and the Note dead. And yeah, we're gonna get into that later on in the video. Also, you have a 108 megapixel camera at the back, a 10 megapixel camera, a next 10 megapixel camera, a 12 megapixel camera. Inside this beast is running the Snapdragon Gen 8.1, or is that 8 Gen 1? I don't know why they changed up the naming system, but it's the latest Snapdragon. This is the very peculiar part. I usually get the Exynos variants of this phone, but for some strange reason, this year I got the Snapdragon variant of the phone to review. You might have seen the media saying that this Exynos variant is not performing that well, but we're not going to talk about that in this video. Anyhow, the next controversial part is that this phone starts at 128 gigs, but with 8 gigs of RAM. Last year it started with 12. But if you do want 12 gigs of RAM, you can up it, get 256 gigs of storage and the 12 gigs of RAM. And you can get 512 up to a terabyte of storage, but it's still going to be 12 gigs of RAM. Okay, apart from that, you have Bluetooth 5.0. You also have the 40 megapixel camera at the front. You also have dual speakers, stereo speakers that support Dolby Atmos. The S Pen support is just like what you would get from a Note. You have USB Type-C fast charging. You have reverse wireless charging. You have water and dust resistance. I am actually talking specs for more than 2 minutes. And there's more to talk. You know what? Just read the spec sheet. Doesn't make any sense I continue going on and rambling. Okay, so we're at performance, and this is Ultra. You don't call it Ultra for no reason. Ultra mean highest specs you can throw at it. That's the main reason why you call it Ultra. Yeah, you can cool it with them sound effects there, please. Anyhow, so every game that you put on this is supposed to run perfectly. So I had to head out to find very graphically intense games to push this phone to the limit. And here I am running one of them. 101. I don't remember where did me 101? I don't even remember. But anyhow, this game is graphically intensive and it plays really good on the phone, and it has to play good because apart from having 12 gigs of RAM, this phone can allocate all the way up to 8 gigs of its internal storage to use as additional RAM. 8 plus 12 mean this phone is running 20 gigs of RAM. What the hell could you be running on your cell phone that need 20 gigs of RAM?
You're a monster.
Yeah, you know what? That is very valid. It's ultra. Very ultra. You can't ultra unless you play Street Fighter Ultra on your phone. You know, come to think of it, the PlayStation 4 doesn't have 20 gigs of RAM. I still don't get it. Why would you need 20 gigs of RAM on your cell phone? Samsung, what are you doing?
I say you need one heap of RAM for watch 4K porn, right? Cause I want heap of RAM.
You don't need that much RAM. You know what? Enjoy the gameplay. Mr. Feel Up. I'm going to feel you up. Super Feel Up. You know, playing games on this phone is not bad. Really pleasant experience. Doesn't get hot. Everything runs smooth. But you know what's puzzling? When you're actually running anything to do with the camera, the phone gets very warm, especially when you're zooming in and taking photos and videos. Yeah, the Ultra gets ultra warm. Anyhow, that is segueing into camera quality. And I'm going to say this much. It does live up to the hype, but yeah, I think I need to actually, you know what? Just look at the photos that it took. Pretty decent shots. Night shots look okay. Day shots look great. Portrait shots look amazing. Video is good. Zoom shot is good. I don't have any problem with the S22. It's just that if you compare it to the S21, yeah, I'm going to leave that for a versus video. Let's leave it at that. So let's talk about battery life. So the S22 Ultra has a 5000 milliamp hour battery, which is the same as the S21 of last year. But the S21 I had last year was the Exynos variant, and the S22 I have in front of me is the Snapdragon variant, and they always say the Snapdragon has the better battery life. And in my experience, the Snapdragon is really good. I can go throughout the day without no problem worrying that it's going to die no matter what I am doing on it. I actually went the whole entire day using it as a hotspot, playing games, really pushing the phone, and I head home 7 o'clock with 14% battery. And that was heavy use. So don't worry, definitely can get through a whole entire day with this phone no matter what you do with it. So here we are at the end of the video. Thank you guys for sticking around until then. It really means a lot. It takes a lot to do these videos, and you watching them means so much to me. But all good things come to an end, and I'm giving my final thoughts on the S22 Ultra. Now, the first thing I need to say is that I have reviewed a lot of Notes before, but I've never actually owned one. But I owned a decent amount of Galaxy phones. And I can say this to you, the S21 Ultra is no longer a Galaxy phone. This is definitely a Note. It feels, it functions like a Note. And as such, it has the best that Samsung can give you in one package. But there is a but. They need to work on some serious updates to get it up to the polish level where the S21 Ultra is, with portrait shots, zoom photos, and night shots. It's kind of hard to beat a phone that got Phone of the Year last year and still running circles around phone up to this date. But if anyone can do it, Samsung can. So, thank you guys for staying tuned to my videos. And until next time, keep safe and peace.
Snakes in the grass, you gotta watch where you step. Blood on the leaves, you either kill or be killed. When there's food on the table, you either eat or you starve. And when the sharks in the water, you either sink or you swim. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there.